Hey guys, what's up? Today I got a battle against Lanturn underscore. Found him on a Zat, and this is a UU match because for the first time in a long time I was really like excited to play a tier. And it hasn't really happened since Darmanitan and Machamp first went UU. I was really excited to use both of them because they're both kind of subpar. That's why they went down. And I was like, now they're in UU, they're going to be awesome. Well, the same thing just happened with Swampert and Bronzong. A lot of stuff got moved around. I mean, Chansey, Dugtrio, um, Donphan, they all moved up to OU. A couple more things. And you got like totally robbed. Fuck. It lost so much good stuff. But I left a link to it on my last video. And so go check out Smogon if you haven't, because there are probably like 20 or so changes overall. And yeah, we're going to get into this battle because I'm going to use Swampert. And I really enjoy it. I always liked Swampert, but he doesn't have recovery. So he's not really that, like, it's just hard to use. So I don't know. I mean, he's okay. He just doesn't have a lot of resistances either. I mean, he's immune to electric. Uh, and resists rock and fire, but other than that, like ice, water, they still hit him neutrally because he's ground type. So I don't know. Anyways, into this battle, he's gonna leave with his Deoxys. We're both gonna get Stealth Rocks up first turn. I'm fine with that. I really don't care. He's got quite a lot of stuff. Well, two things weak to Stealth Rocks. I'm gonna go to my Shaman. He's actually gonna go for the spikes. I was thinking he'd go for like maybe Psychic or switch to something. Uh, I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to go for Leech Seed as he goes for the Ice Beam, but because I'm just naturally bulky and because he's got a lot of HP and I'm leeching that, he's not really getting much work done. I'm going to go for the Seed Flare. That is going to do quite a lot, but I'm not going to get the special defense drop, which is unfortunate. He's going to set up more spikes, and at this point I'm like, yuck. I'm going to be in trouble soon, because if I don't get into something that can really do a lot of work and I have to like start switching around a lot, I'm going to be taking tons and tons of damage. I figure I can just kill him here and stop my spikes problem, but I miss, which sucks. I don't get the 40% chance to drop a special defense 2 stages, but I do get the 15% chance to miss, which, kind of blows. He does get off a recover, so I'm like, fuck. The other problem too is he's got pressure, so yeah, I only have 4 PP of Seed Flare left. Now I only have 2. So I'm like, at this point, if I don't get a special defense drop, I definitely need to switch out. And I do get it, which is awesome. Which is, I mean, it's like 1 in 3, and it's 40% chance. So that's like 120% chance, technically, if you add it up. But, whatever. I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, because I was figuring he's going to switch out here, because now, like, any of my attacks will kill him. And he has max hazards up, so there's really no point in him staying in. So I'm figuring either Darmanitan or Zapdos to take the Seed Flare. I'm thinking Zapdos is more likely because it's a little bulkier and it does have the possibility of being Roost, so I go for Hidden Power Ice. Yeah, unfortunately he's going to switch into his Umbreon, which I was not even considering as an option. But, yeah, I'm just going to Leech Seed that. Not a big deal. Just figure whatever I go out to is going to take a lot of the entry hazard damage, so I want to have something gaining back HP. He's going to go for the Toxic, which really doesn't matter because I have Natural Cure, so I'm not really planning on staying in. Now that he's got his Leech Seed, he's actually going to switch out as I switch out too. I'm going to go into my Snorlax because I figure if he wants to play around with Toxic, Curse, Payback, Wish, whatever, Snorlax is going to be great because he's got a lot of special attackers. He does have a Darmanitan, but I do have Thick Fat, so his stab is technically resisted. But for some reason he's going to switch out to his Deoxys, which is weird because I had my Shaman in, and it's like, Shaman would just outspeed you and kill you with anything. So I really don't know why he did that. But, yeah, he's definitely outspeeding me here. You can see there by the leftovers, if you had any doubt. I mean, Snorlax is slow as shit. And Deoxys has, I think, like base 90 speed or something, so it's pretty quick. He's going to go for the recover, but I'm fine because I know exactly what moves he has, and Ice Beam's the only offensive move. He can't get up another layer of spikes, but I really don't care. So I'm going to start cursing because I know if I can get +2, I'll be good because Darmanitan's Life Orb superpower only does about 50 to 60%. So, yeah, I really want that second curse up. That way I can just tank out that superpower and kill him. He's going to go to his Togekiss, though, and I'm thinking, is he going to really try to paraflinch me? Because that'll take all day. Like literally, he'd be doing like 20% maybe max. But I don't know. Um, yeah, he's not leftovers either, which is kind of weird. He's gonna go for the nasty plot, and I'm like, okay, that's odd. But my return, I actually calced it, and there's literally, it's like pretty close to a 50-50 chance of this KOing. And I'm sure you've already guessed that I do just about minimum damage. It was like 69 to 81%. He was at 75% because of, Stealth Rocks, obviously. And yeah, he's going to hit me with an Aura Sphere, which is not nice. It does quite a lot of damage. But I am able to just take him out with a return here. And that is the end of his Togekiss. So, now he's going to go into his Darmanitan. I figure he's either going to overpredict with a U-turn, because I obviously don't want to stay in, and Swampert's going to wall this thing. Or he's going to, like, maybe not have superpower. I mean, not all of them do. And he's going to U-turn. So I'm like, oh, that's excellent. And I go for a turn. I also figure, you know what? If I switch out now, Snorlax is A, not going to get set up, and B, almost died as hazards next time he switches back in anyway. So I'm like, whatever, just see what he does. And he did U-turn, so that was perfect. Now he's going to come back in, and I'm sort of thinking the exact same thing. Like, either he'll overpredict, probably not, or he doesn't have superpower. And he goes for Flare Blitz, and I'm like, okay, you don't have superpower, which is excellent. Because of my thick fat, I am going to live that, although I think I would have lived that anyways. It would have been, no, probably not, because I had, what, like around 200-ish? I don't know. But yeah, so I do live it. I do get off my rest, and at this point, he's just going to flee. I mean, he's got like a Zapdos, a Raikou, neither of which can really do anything to a Snorlax. His Darmanitan is scarfed based on that damage, and clearly does not have superpower, so there's really no choice for him to do any kind of anything to me. And yeah, Umbreon was dead, and Deoxys was dead, and he had one other thing I don't remember. But that's irrelevant, because that was a Snorlax sweep. If he had superpower... I mean, again, I still had like my full team, so it's hard to say when it's like this, like quote unquote early in the battle. I mean, the battle was 17 turns, but if I did lose my Snorlax, like after turn like what 15 or whatever, because he superpowered instead of U-turn, I mean, lots of things could have happened. He'd be at -1, so I'd probably go into Swampert. I don't know, whatever. It would have worked at some way, but it's just too hard to say whether or not. But you know what? Hey, it's not hacks. It's not like yesterday where he missed the high jump kick. It's today where he just didn't have the move. So let's go ahead and say, hey, that was a good game, and I'll see you all tomorrow.